watching TVC Breakfast. Bandits terrorizing the northwest of the country have carried on seemingly without any checks.
Just last week, the criminals attacked Government Girls Secondary School, Moriki, in Zuru local government area of Zamfara State, where they kidnapped 6 persons, including students and teachers.
The news of the attack broke just as the House of Representatives resolved to summon President Muhammadu Buhari to come and explain how he's tackling the escalating banditry in the country. The spokesperson of the Zamfara State Police Command, Mohammed Shehu, confirmed the attack, saying it was carried out by an unidentified number of armed men who entered through the back fence of the school with intent to abduct students. Now, dwelling on security, joining me now is public affairs analyst Terence Kwanum, joining me from Makurdi in Benue State. Terence, it's good to have you join me right now. From Zamfara to the northeast and even to the north central, where there's Benue and Taraba crisis here and there, a lot of Nigerians are very concerned how much is going on and government is not addressing. From where you are and from the reports we get from parts of Benue and Taraba, what is really going on?
Yeah, the situation in Benue and Taraba was just an escalation of a border crisis. We expected the border crisis to come from Taraba because of the traditional institutions that were adjusted by the government of Taraba State, because there are a lot of thief settlements in Taraba, in Piva, in Tse, Yoshal, in Danach. Now, these places were manned by the traditional rulers, by the settlers who were the thief people. But sometime last year, the government of Taraba insisted that the traditional rulers from all the settlements in these places must be from Jukum. And so there was resistance by the thief people who are settlers in Taraba. So,
all right, so it has an ethnic coloration, so to say. But yes, what has the government of Benue and Taraba done to reduce and douse the tension there?
Oh yes, the government of Benue and Taraba quickly moved into action. They have met with the traditional rulers. They have set up a committee between Benue and Taraba, and they are looking into the issue. We are quite optimistic that within the 3 weeks that I've given the committee, this issue will be resolved. At the moment, tension has been doused. It's just the lone wolf attacks that are just taking place, but the situation is under control at the moment.
Do we have police and security agencies on ground in some of those places?
Of course. There are security in those places. There is no tension at the moment in the crisis areas. People are moving freely. Just the day before yesterday, there was an attack, but it was called by the security agencies. And the chairman of Okari, the chairman of Takum, have been called in to check with the press conference that the chairman of Ukum local government in Benue State have heard that they need to cooperate and be able to bring peace within the 3 local governments that are involved in this crisis.
Yesterday said that there will be a statewide crackdown on criminals in the state. Is he doing anything differently this time?
Yeah, of course, there are going to be different strategies of handling the issue of bandits in Benue because we have exhausted the level of dialogue with them. You know, naturally, bandits are a creation of people in high places. And he invited stakeholders from the troubled areas, and he gave them a grace of 1 week that they should go and resolve their places, because once the Security Council moves into arresting these bandits, whoever is connected to them, however, how highly placed you are, no matter how, you're going to be arrested and you're not going to be spared, because Benue is not going to be a hub of criminality. Because we are a people who are already concerned from attacks from outside.
All right. Are you confident that this approach by the governor is going to be effective?
Of course. It's going to be effective because since the engagement of the stakeholders, and you'll notice that the issue of banditry has been able to to calm down because we know this is our place. We know everything that happens around us. We only give them a benefit of doubt for that 1 week. We know who and who owns these bandits.
All right, now to other states now. To other states now in Niger, Katsina and Zamfara states, some 6 states in the northwest, the military has banned the use of motorcycles. How effective or what is this going to change anything when it comes to the issues of security in the states, from your view?
No, the banning of motorcycle is not going to change the security situation in the northwest, because it is not about the bandits who are in the bush. It is about the people who are being who are sponsoring this crisis. If we look carefully, on Friday, an issue of concerns happened in this country. The Mayati Allah were given 100 billion to be able to face out bandits. Mayati Allah is an organization that has been out taking responsibility of killings in this country. Now the people who these people have taken responsibility of killing are feeling that their killers are being paid. It is not about the people in the bush who are killing. It is about the people who are in their homes, comfortable and sponsoring this crisis, that you need to go after them. And now I'm going to engage an organization like Mayati and giving them money to go and work with policemen. Obviously, they will still go back to the people who they were attacking to be the scapegoats. So it is an issue of concern. The strategy the federal government is using is not correct at all. They need to get to the stakeholders. They need to fish out the sponsors of these killers in the bush so that they'll be able to call out their men out of the bush so that Nigerians will be safe.
All right, Public Affairs Analyst Terence Kwanum, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.